Hello, my Facebook and YouTube friends. How are you? Another beautiful morning, another beautiful sunrise here in the Maldives. This is our island number 5. Hey, what's going on here, bro? How's everything? Aloha. How's everything? We're here in the Maldives. Beautiful sunrise. Last night we had an incredible time here on this island. So I'm going to be walking you guys around. I'm just getting TikTok live set up right now, and I'm going to start this walk. When are you coming back to Hawaii? That's actually a good question, brother. Well, we are going to be heading back to New York and for an event, and we're thinking about going through the back end, which is going around through, maybe Japan, and then stop over in Hawaii, and then head over to the mainland. So that might be something that we're going to be doing. I'm not 100% sure at this point because we're still a ways away. Um, but yeah, we definitely are planning on coming back to Hawaii. We just don't know when, but we don't want to just come just for a few weeks or for a month. Obviously, we want to do at least a minimum 3 months while we're there. But we'll definitely see. So this island here that I'm on is called Thinadhoo. It is a local island. Wow, look at all the crabs. That's crazy. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Most definitely. Most definitely. Because our setup has gotten a little bit more, how should I say, advanced, because now we're streaming live on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram simultaneously. Hey, Tanisha, how are you? Welcome. Hey, guys, welcome. So look how clear this water is, guys. The sun is rising. It's another beautiful day here. And the reason I'm standing at this point here, if you guys missed it yesterday, it was crazy. We had a shark feeding here. So every evening at around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, they do this shark feeding, and it is the most incredible thing I have ever seen. Now, being here in the Maldives, I've seen many sharks. We've swam with them, and they come right up to the shore plenty of times. Most of the islands we've been on, we don't even have to get in the water to see the sharks. That's how common they are. So there's nurse sharks, there's black tip sharks, and that's mostly what you would see. If you go out, then you'll see more tiger sharks and bull sharks and hammerheads and stuff like that. But here, on these local islands, you literally can stand on a deck like this. Last night there must have been over 200 sharks here. I kid you not, and they were right up on this concrete slab that we're viewing. Thank you, Brenda. How are you? Good morning. Thank you for the gifts. So again, if you guys missed the live stream last night here, so that would have been morning for you guys because it's nighttime for you now. Yes. So it would have been yesterday morning. Well, this morning for you guys. The video is up on our YouTube channel, Living the Globe. If you want to see what the sharks look like here, again, I have never witnessed anything like that in my life. I've been to the Maldives. This is the 3rd time here in the Maldives now, and I've seen a lot of sharks. I've showed you guys a lot of sharks when we were on Guli Island. On Guli Island, they do a shark feeding in the evening time, and you'll see about maybe 12 nurse sharks. You'll see about 12 of them. Here, last night, there was a minimum of 200. There were stingrays. It was just crazy. I've never seen anything like that. So again, that video is on our YouTube channel. You have to click the live tab on our YouTube channel because it was a live stream. It wasn't a regular video that we posted, like a regular vlog. So if you want to see what that looks like, the cover, as soon as you go into the live tab, you'll see the cover of the video, and it's just hundreds of sharks right here. So definitely check that out. It was crazy. We were walking around. We did sunset yesterday, and the sunset was absolutely stunning. So again, this island is called Thinadhoo. I'm going to walk you guys around, show you what the beach side looks like, the beach front. Really beautiful. The hotel we are staying in is called Plumera. Oddly enough, Air Bro. And I was just thinking about it the other day, Air Bro, if you're still here. So the last hotel we were in was on an island not too far away from here. You could probably see it in the distance. That hotel was called Luau, oddly enough. And now we come to this island here, and this island is called Plumeria. You see what's going on here? It's that whole Hawaiian theme. Yeah, last night was amazing, right, Brenda? It was crazy. So our room is technically this one right here that we're looking at. I started off yesterday's video with a room tour. We showed you what our room looks like. It is the highest class of their room. Last night, it was amazing. They put out I think it was right here. So here they had, nope, it wasn't here. It's where the Plumeria sign is. They did kind of like a romantic dinner for us. We were not expecting that. And it was incredible. I think it was right here where the sign is. And it was under one of these umbrellas here. Morning. So as you could see, the staff here, they groom the sand. Look at how the sand is. The sand is like powdery fine. I want to see the sea car in the Maldives. Yes, we're heading back to the Maldives. We're heading back to the Maldives within the next couple weeks. We will be there. I want to say in about maybe a week, we will be back in the Maldives, and I'll show you the Lamborghini car. So that island that we're looking at over there, that island, I believe, is called Cinnamon, and that is a private resort. They were making a joke. They're like, if you're a good swimmer, you literally can swim over there. Or you can take a kayak and go there as well. I saw a baby stingray earlier when I was setting up the live stream, and now I don't see it anymore. But they come right up to the shore. They come right up to the shoreline. How is the sunrise? Well, I'll show you what the sunrise looks like. Oh, there's a Donny on the horizon over there. Really pretty. I just started this live stream just about under 10 minutes ago, about 7 minutes. I'm going to walk you guys around this island. This island's really nice. So the island is called Thinadhoo. And you'll notice a lot of times when I say the names of these islands, they always, most of the time, end with a do. So Razdu, Thinadhoo, Todoo, many, many do's. From the island where we were, this is our 5th island of over 30 islands we will be visiting. So there's the sunrise. So yes, this is the 5th out of 30. So if you're just joining this live stream, just know we have a long journey ahead. We're taking you to multiple islands in our 3 months here in the Maldives. That boat that you guys see on the horizon, that is a Donny. That is a local boat that the locals use. Are you ready on another island? Yes, I'm on another island. We got here yesterday. And I'm not sure, Tasteless Chef, but I'm not sure if you even saw, if you ever came into one of our live stream when we were on the last island. Your kind of hotel. Oh yeah, you have to see, McKean, you have to watch yesterday's, well, for you, it would be, so morning, I need to get this in my head. So morning for me is nighttime for you. So morning time. So the morning vlog, it's on our YouTube channel. You have to see what our room looks like. It is incredible. The buffet here at this restaurant, it's called Plumeria. Absolutely amazing. The amount of food and the variety and the choices you get here is incredible. They keep this island spotless. This island is really so far different than other islands we've been on. And it seems like, so this island, I haven't walked around it completely yet because I haven't done my walking tour video. Normally when I do my walking tour video in real time, I will tell you how long it is. The last island we were on, it took me 38 minutes to walk around the entire island. 38 minutes. I believe this one will probably be around the same, if not less. It'll be the same, if not less, because it seems to be a smaller island. But again, it's a beautiful island. They have a lot of events here. So Plumeria owns about a third of this island, of the complete island. They own a third of it. And it's really, really, really beautiful. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna walk over to Main Street before I cut in and do the beach side so it gets a little bit brighter. It's still only what 6:25 here in the morning. But as you can see, these guys are out here. They're sweeping because all the leaves that fall overnight, they rake them up, as you can see there. So certain parts, as you can see, they're still closed, parts of the restaurant. But as I walk through, as you can see, this is the building where our hotel is. They have another building here. They have multiple buildings, even one behind this one here. And that's why they have, how are you? That's why they have a third of the island. So this hotel here, again, it's Plumeria. They also have a pool in this one. They have a swimming pool. So now I'm on Main Street. This is how close it is to get to the other side of the island. I'm sure you guys see that opening ahead. That is actually the harbor. When you arrive, you come from the boat to the harbor and you just walk through here to get to Plumeria. We just passed a restaurant here. This is Coco Life. We went in here yesterday. Irina gave you the prices of this restaurant as far as what food costs. It was crazy. It was crazy how affordable it is. So again, this is another structure here from Plumeria. As you can see on the side, it says Plumeria Spa. And this is their spa facility here. Really nice. And then over here, you have Plumeria Gym. So this is the actual gym. And it's a really nice gym too. You can see someone buff in there. They're working out. So you see they have treadmills. They have free weights. They have the universal machine here where you can work out the entire body. So yeah, massive gym. This is another structure that belongs to Plumeria, another hotel. So you could book different hotels. What is the prices of for the hotel? We'll get that for you and we'll bring it to you in the next live stream. Because like I said, we just got here yesterday and we were doing so much within the time we got here. And we'll take you on a few room tours and show you what it is and show you the prices. Of course, we always do that. So again, this is Main Street. As you can see, it's called Main Street because there are a lot of souvenir shops. And it's the main street through the entire island from one end to the next. There are some other hotels down that way. You can see it there. We're going to pass by towards the back end of those. So again, more souvenir shops. These are just a whole bunch of shops. But you see how clean this island is? You see how clean it is? Like, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, guys. And you could tell. Look at the rake marks on the ground here. They've already, look, you see all the leaves, the patches of the leaves. That's because they already raked this area here, Main Street, and they have little piles of leaf that has fallen from these trees and flowers. Look at this, how beautiful. Good morning, welcome. So there you see there, they've been already sweeping. Here you have some construction. You will always find this on local islands because they're constantly building and improving. So I think this is going to be a mosque, if I'm not mistaken, because of the way it's structured. It looks like a mosque. And that's it. I'm pretty much already at the end. I'm at the harbor now. There's another restaurant here on this side. Good morning, Claire. How are you? Good morning, guys. Welcome. Morning. The locals are super friendly and they'll help you out in any way they can. Absolutely amazing. So here's the harbor. Again, this is where you will arrive. This is where you will depart. This is where all the cargo comes in, the concrete, food, everything comes in through this port right here. And as you can see, this is the name of the island, Thinadhoo. And you see how the way it's spelt. What's going on, E-Dog? Thank you for joining. So we came in on a speedboat. They picked us up from the island where we were, and they brought us here in a Plumera boat. So this is the boat that brought us here. It was a speedboat. It took us about 20 minutes, 25 minutes to get from the island where we were to here. So as you can see, this white boat in front of us here, it says Plumeria. Both of these boats, this is their speedboats. Actually, they have 3 speedboats. So again, if you needed, look at all the colorful fishes down there. If you needed to go on an excursion or another island or anything like that, this is the type of boat you'd be going on from here. There's an island literally right across from there. It's so beautiful. I saw a drone footage yesterday of how these islands are spaced off, and it is so beautiful. I'm going to be flying the drone today, and I'm going to have that footage on our YouTube channel, Living the Globe, and you will see how these islands are spaced off. Like, you could see that one right there. If I go to the other end of the island where I just came from, you'll see another one. So basically, they're in a row, and they're lined off like in a row, like 5 or 6 islands in a row that goes off into the distance. It's so beautiful. And of course, like turquoise water, crystal clear water. So here again in the harbor, I don't know if there's any stingrays that come here or any sharks. But again, if you want to see what it looks like with sharks here, it was crazy last night. We have that video on our YouTube channel. You just have to go to the live tab and you can watch that live stream from this morning. For you guys, it was this morning, because now it's nighttime for you and it's morning for me. And the time now is just 6:33, 6:32. Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you. So now let's walk back to the other side. I'm going to take you guys beachside now, and we're going to walk along the shores, and I'm going to show you the back ends of some hotels here. Again, we are in Thinadhoo, Maldives. This is island number 5. For those of you who are just joining us, my wife and I are full-time travelers. We are on a journey, a budget journey here in the Maldives to visit over 30 islands while we're here for 3 months. This is now island number 5. So if you're just joining us, you pretty much joined us at a good time, because you haven't really missed much. Well, you probably missed a lot from the other islands we've been on. But again, on our YouTube channel, whenever we go live, it gets posted on our YouTube channel. So you can always go back and see what the other islands look like. Good evening, Yolanda. How are you? Welcome back. It's so cool to see you guys here, like in the live stream in the morning for you guys. So some of you wake up at like 7 o'clock, and I'm live streaming at that time in the morning. And many of you guys are just waking up. And then I go to sleep and I wake up and it's morning time for me, but it's still nighttime for you because your day haven't even been completed yet. And then you join the live stream again. So that equates, wow, someone's a good mathematician here. Anthony says, so that equates to 3 days per island. That's cool. Yes, it's something like that. Something like that. Now, that's not the way it has been going lately, because again, sometimes we get to an island we've never been to before, and the island is just so beautiful and the vibes are so amazing, and we don't want to leave it right away. So we will stay an extra day or two. So it really depends. Again, this 30 island journey for us is a benchmark that we created, just based on how we figuring we were going to travel, but we'll see kind of what happens. Look at this narrow street. How charming is that, right? How was Thinadhoo? We're still in Thinadhoo. Look, we're still in Thinadhoo. We just got here yesterday. We will be leaving this island tomorrow. Wait, we got 2 days here. So we arrived yesterday. We have today. We are leaving tomorrow. We're leaving Thinadhoo tomorrow, and I think we're going to Kinadoo. I think that's how you pronounce it. I might be wrong. My wife knows the name, but it's another do. That's for sure. It's another do. We're going. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you for joining. You hear the crows, but you see how fast I get from one end of the island to the next. That's how small this island is in width. In length, it's a little bit longer, but not that long. I'm going to be doing a walking tour of this island on our YouTube channel. So if you really want to see what it looks like and stuff like that, besides here in the live stream, I'm going to be posting that video on our YouTube channel. And also our experience here, the room tour, if you missed it, and all that stuff. All that will be on our YouTube channel. Do the people who live there all work in tourism? No, not at all. This is actually, Linda, this is like a local island. Like people live here. Like the locals live on this island. So like I'll show you some places. Oh, by the way, so when I came here, this is the hotel we're staying. It's Plumera. I saw this. Does anyone know what this is? Anyone has an idea what this is? And no, don't say dinosaur. It's not a dinosaur. Which that's what I thought when I first saw it. I'm like, oh, they have a dinosaur thing here. Anybody has any idea what this is? Is this the biggest road? If you're talking about the one we just walked from here, it's Main Street. So it's walking the width of the island, not the length. So it took me about, I don't know, maybe 4 minutes to walk from end to end in width. Someone said a fish. What do you guys think this is? Any idea? Any guesses what you think this might be? Yes, it is the spine, but the spine of what? Can you show the head? Someone says jellyfish. So this is the head. Looks like it looks mammal-like. Mola mola. Shark. Someone says shark on Facebook. I'll give you guys another 30 seconds. What do you think this is? Give you the size. Give you a close-up of the head. Alligator. Okay. A whale shark. Okay. All right. So this is the vertebrae, the spine of a whale. So what happened was, and I don't think it was a whale shark. I think it was a whale. According to the general manager, they said they found a whale floating in the ocean and it was already dead. And what they did was they decided to drag it on shore. And then these are the actual pieces of the whale. It is crazy, right? Look at the teeth, the molar. Like, you guys see that? This is the head of the whale. And then these are the spinal columns for the whale. Isn't that crazy? Insane. And of course, this is just a part of it. It's not the whole entire thing. I'm sure it was probably missing like another, who knows, like the spinal column. Yes, absolutely. You were correct. Yes. Really nice. Okay, so let's walk you around a little bit. So breakfast actually opens the breakfast area, which is right in this area here. It opens, I already see people in there. It opens in about the next 20 minutes or 15 minutes. So by the time we walk down and come back up, breakfast will be ready. I want to show you the breakfast spread. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Look at the other islands getting lit up now. So the sun sets right by this palm tree in the distance, and sunrise is on the opposite side. I just showed you guys sunrise. And this right here is so beautiful. Look at this. And look how calm the water is, guys. I don't know how, if you could see just how clear the water is. You can go all the way out there and the water slopes so gently. You can go all the way out there and water is like, will be still to your waist and you'll be able to stand. So this is a little kids ground area they have here. I'm on the island. I'm on the local island of Thinadhoo. Look at the kitties. A lot of kitties here. Baby kitty and mama kitty. Meow meow. So I'm going to walk you guys alongside the beach. I should just leave my slippers here because I can walk much better without them. All right. So I'm going to show you guys a few things along the way. This is a pretty long stretch of beach. The water here is super warm. Look at this. Oh, feels so good. So good. I see a few fish jumping out there. But when we came here, the water was like glass. It was the most amazing thing. I've never seen water in the ocean so calm. So as you can see here, palm trees. And again, for those of you who are just joining this live stream that's never been to our TikTok page before, and you might be viewing this for the first time, again, my wife and I are full-time travelers. We're traveling the Maldives for 3 months on a budget, visiting over 30 islands. This is our 5th island. And someone just did the math. They just said that it was, that basically comes out to 3 days per island. Here's another beautiful tall palm tree. So there's only, as you can see here, it's not, someone asked, is this a bikini beach area? This part is not, but I will show you where it starts. Look at this little cabana, cool, right here. How much is it for one night for a hotel in the US? How much is one night for a hotel in US dollars? Our guests there from the US and other countries. Yes, absolutely. So this island, the demographic for this island is primarily Italians. A lot of these islands have certain demographic that gravitates to it. I think it's because travel agents come here and they bring or they book clients from their country to come here. Here is another restaurant, and this is a part of a hotel. Good morning, how are you? So this is really nice here. On this island, yes, the demographic is mostly Italian, but they come from all over. Most of these local islands, you have people that come from obviously Italy, Spain, the US, Russia, Czech Republic, where else? I mean, France, Germany, Italy, like they come from all over. So the demographic is mostly Europeans though. They did say the American market is not that strong here. And I've mentioned it plenty of times in the live stream why I feel that is. A lot of Americans never even heard of the Maldives before. And if they have heard of the Maldives, they think it's expensive. They think it's thousands of dollars per night because they think it's overwater villas, it's bungalows, it's seaplanes. So here are the rooms. These are the rooms for this hotel. I'm going to lower my volume a little bit. As you can see, that's the back end of the hotel, well, the front end. And then these are different cabanas they have in the back, and you're just steps away from the beach. Absolutely beautiful. Yolanda, hey, Devon, this morning, your evening, I asked about the membership and the 3 types, but ran out of time. Could you explain? So is it the YouTube membership you're talking about? Let me know, Yolanda, if it's YouTube. Until I saw your videos, I thought Maldives was expensive. Yeah. You and so many other people, trust me, you're not alone. Guys, it's only been since 2009 that tourism was even able to come to step foot on this island. Not this one, just local islands in general in the Maldives. Now, when it comes to the overwater villa and the private islands, those have been around forever. That's why most people know that that's what the Maldives is. Overwater villa, thousands of dollars, seaplanes, beachfront, and all that. That's why most people think that. But it's only been since 2009. That's so recent. Look at this. I saw this yesterday. I'm like, yo, this is totally giving Tulum vibes. Totally giving Tulum vibes. So Yolanda, as far as the membership goes here on YouTube, it's a way for you to support our channel and to support our travels. And basically you get badges and you get certain perks as you go up in the membership. That's all it really is. It's really as simple as that. Look at that. This is actually coconuts, guys. Look at this. That's so cool. So again, it's the reason why a lot of people don't know about the local islands, and I'm talking about tourists don't know about it, and foreigners, is because it's only been since 2009. The first island to have tourism to the island was Mafushi. You will hear that a lot. Many people, many tourists who come to the Maldives for the first time, they end up going to Mafushi because Mafushi is the most popular island. It is the first island that had tourists, that allowed tourists to go on it. And it is the most developed island as far as tourist development. You know, they have everything there for tourism. They have massive hotels there. Connie's there. We're going to be taking you there in just about a week. So you have massive hotels there, many, many, many stores. It does not look like this in any way, shape, or form, my friend. And I told you that many times. A lot of the local islands are so different than each other. The vibes is different. Look at the tree line here on this island. Mafushi has like 0 to no tree line. It's all buildings. It's all buildings you see. From a distance, when you're approaching the island like this, like you look at that island, all you see is trees. You wouldn't even be able to tell that there's someone that lives there because all you see is trees. But with Mafushi, when you approach it, it's like you're approaching a metropolis. It's like built for tourism. Their beach will not look like this. I've showed you guys that because we went to Mafushi for one day before going to another island. How much does a room cost and how much does it rent? What does it cost there for the, so in this live stream, again, it is kind of early. So it'd probably have to be in the evening live stream. We're going to be walking around and I'll walk into the hotels and I'll ask them, how much is it for a room here? That's how we usually do it. Because I know a lot of people don't believe me when I tell you the price, but I will tell you this. If you have been watching our live streams, every day we live stream. We come live every day. We tell you, you can get hotels on islands like this, starting at about $20 to $30 a night, including breakfast. That's usually the starting point. That's the starting point. That is on the lower end. That's kind of, but again, for that price, you are getting free breakfast. And the room has air conditioning, ceiling fan, clean room, like really nice, but it's very basic. So if that's within your budget means, you still can come here and enjoy all this. You understand? So there's a budget here for everyone. There's a budget here for everyone. The hotel we are staying in, I forgot how much my wife said it was. I want to say for like full board, they call it full board. Whenever you get full board, because you have different options, right? You could get B&B, you could get bed and breakfast. So you only get served breakfast. Your lunch and your dinner you have to take care of. Then there's a half board. I believe half board you get breakfast and dinner, or breakfast and lunch. I'm not sure which of which you get. And then there's full board, where you basically get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So in this island where we are on right now, the hotel that we're staying in, Plumeria, and the highest category room they have is the one we are staying in. And I believe yesterday, I believe Irina said it was 200. Was it 280? I think it's 280, she said. I'll have to cross-check that. And it includes everything, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And their food here is amazing. And you get lots of it. A lot of variety, a lot of choices. So they have these little cabanas here. Now, Plumeria built these, and they're the ones you see. This have already been raked. And again, guys, it's only 6:51 here in the morning. A day. We've walked you into hotels. It's $50 a day, including breakfast. Almost all hotels you will find in the Maldives includes breakfast. So you get B&B straight away. Do you use credit cards, points, miles, transfers, partners to help you save money on your travel? We do use a little bit of credit card points, but we're not really big on the credit card points. We usually just use the credit card points to fly. That's usually how we do it. A full breakfast or continental breakfast. So when I say, so whenever you stay at these hotels here in the Maldives, they will always have two different types of breakfast. You'll have your local breakfast, Maldivian breakfast, and then you'll have your continental breakfast. So for the people in the United States, your continental breakfast, obviously, your French toast, your pancakes, your regular toast, jam, eggs the way you like it, sausages, stuff like that. You'll get fruits. So you'll get watermelon, you'll get cantaloupe, you'll get pineapple, you'll get papaya. That's your typical continental breakfast you will get. And again, that's whether you're spending $30 a night or you're spending over $100 a night. That's what you can expect to get. Right, because the flights are actually more expensive. So again, here's the beach area. And this is the Bikini Beach area here. Yesterday, we passed by here when we arrived on the island. There were about 15 to 20 people out here. That's another thing. When you come out here to the Maldives, even during high season, you can never compare it to anywhere that we go as Americans when we travel. So in other words, if we go to Mexico, if we go to Miami, if we go to Bahamas, we go to California, any place where there's a beach, we go to Hawaii, it'll never compare to the beaches here in the Maldives because there's not that many people here. There are times my wife and I are walking along the beach for hours and we see no one. We see no one. You have literally the beach to yourself. So now I could walk all the way around, but right now the tide is a little high and I have to make it around this tree. Well, actually, I think I could go on the inside, but I'm not going to go all the way around. I'm going to turn around here anyway and head back because I want to show you guys the breakfast spread. As you can see in the distance, now you probably can't because it's too small right now, but there's a seaplane flying over. Seaplanes land right here. Do you guys see the overwater bungalow to the left of the island, that long strip? Those are overwater bungalows. So look how close I am to a private island. Now here's the difference, my friends, and I always point this out. Here on this island, I could be spending as low as $30 per night. And I always give you the lowest price and the highest price. If you want to know, again, for this particular island at Plumeria, I believe it's about $250 for a full board. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner being taken care of. You don't have to spend a dime after that. Over here, which is an island that I told you could technically swim there if you're a good swimmer, or you could take a kayak there, in theory, because not all private islands allow you to enter their property. It is a private island, right? They are spending upwards from anywhere from $800 on up to thousands of dollars, depending on the island. There are private islands here in the Maldives where you could spend up to $50,000 a night. So the seaplane just landed as I was saying that. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I hear the engine and it's floating in the water. It just landed. Yeah, it might be a little bit too far. Let me see if I can zoom. I can't zoom in because both my hands are occupied. I have one phone in one hand, live streaming on YouTube and Facebook, and in my other hand, I have TikTok. But trust me, you see two dots out there. It is the dot to the left. That is the seaplane that just landed. Are there busy and slow seasons like here in the US? Yes, there is. That's a great question. So basically here in the Maldives, they have what's called a monsoon season. So monsoon is a lot of rain and high winds when it's at its peak. It is not a hurricane. It is not a typhoon. It is just a monsoon. So it's a season, right? And what happens is we were here, my wife and I were here in the Maldives for 2 months, 4 months ago. 4 months ago is the beginning of the monsoon season. So we came here at the beginning of monsoon season. Another way of putting that is that we came here at the beginning of slow season because people don't want to come here if they think it's going to rain. While we were here for 2 months, we only had one instance where there was a huge storm that came over the Maldives and kind of lingered for a while. And we were not able to leave the island due to a lot of rain. Now, it wasn't downpour buckets of rain, but it was a little windy, and it caused seaplanes to stop flying. It caused the speedboats to stop running for like a day or two. So that's kind of what happens during the monsoon season if you happen to come here. There's a chance of that happening. But like with anywhere else you travel to on vacation, they all have seasons. The prices of everything drop significantly. So if you ever want to experience a private island, that would be the time to do so because the prices then are more affordable. So for example, we spent, when we went to Lux, we spent about $200 a night for a beachfront villa. $200 a night. And now I'm on a private island. I'm not on a local island. So you really need to know when to come, what's good enough for you. Are you, do you dare come here during monsoon? Because a lot of times it's perfectly sunny. You can get a good 6 hours of sunshine during monsoon season here, even 8 hours of sunshine during monsoon season on a daily. So it's not that bad. But I have seen videos on the internet of people who come to the monsoon and who come to the Maldives during monsoon season because they really can't afford to come during high season, and they get dumped on like heavy rain. So again, it just all depends. So the way this island works, it seems, out there in the distance, I see the seaplane. There's a white speedboat heading towards the seaplane right now. And They're going to take the passengers off the plane and they're going to get on the speedboat. Then the speedboat will turn around and bring the passengers to this island. Some islands, I think maybe because the water is too shallow over there, or I don't know really what the reason is why the seaplane can't pull right up to the island. Maybe they don't have the docking facility for it. But in the island we stayed at, the plane literally pulled right up to the island. And I've showed you guys that live. For those of you who's been following us. Hey, Vegas, how are you? Thank you. Thank you for joining. Yes, it is a hit and miss, just like with anywhere else. Just like with anywhere else. But I think here's the difference, right, with the Maldives. As talking to US travelers, my wife and I came here for the very first time last year. We got married here in the Maldives. We have all the videos on our YouTube channel. So if you want to see what that experience is like, head over to our YouTube channel. It's called Living the Globe as well. And it was amazing when we were here. And I always encourage people, if you have the budget to visit a private island, you should definitely do it. You should definitely do it because it's an amazing experience. And I showed you guys what it looks like. Now, of course, that was our wedding. I told you guys we stayed in an overwater villa, in an overwater bungalow. I told you how much we spent per night. And if you missed it, it was $1,350 per night. My wife and I spent for our wedding package at Lux. And that was all inclusive, my friends. That was all inclusive. I see someone speaking about the language. With Americans, that's always a concern when they travel. And a lot of times it's a deal breaker. I really don't get it. I don't understand why. But if I had to take a guess, because I'm American as well, and I remember before I started traveling, that was also a question that crossed my mind. Do they speak English in that country I want to visit? Because communication is everything, right? Well, you got to be able to know that you're able to communicate with someone just in case something goes wrong, or you need help with something, or you don't understand certain things. My fellow Americans, one thing you need to understand, and again, this is coming from someone who travels full time. Many places in the world speaks English. Let me rephrase that. Many countries that you might not even think speak English, they speak English. I was shocked when I went to certain countries and I'm like, oh my gosh, they speak so much English here. Everywhere my wife and I have traveled, since we've been full-time travelers, we have very, very rarely been in a situation where we could not communicate. And if push comes to shove and you're dealing with a taxi driver that might not speak English or anything like that, you have Google Translate. Like, we're living in that era now where nothing can't be transcribed, no matter what language it is. So you won't have an issue. So don't make that an issue, my friends, when you travel. It could be a concern, but it's easily addressed. Most places speak English. We lived in Thailand for 9 years. We visited Cambodia, Vietnam, like all of these far out Asian countries. So look at the seaplane. He just turned on his lights. He's turning. I'm not sure if you can hear the engine roaring, but he's about to take off. I wish I can zoom in. Let me see if, it's so hard vlogging on two. I'm going to zoom in on TikTok, guys. I'm going to put one camera down here. I'm going to zoom in on TikTok, guys. All right, here we go. There it is. Do you guys see it now? Sorry, it's going to be shaky because I'm hand holding it and I'm zoomed in all the way. Do you guys now see the seaplane? So there you go. It's picking up speed. Now it's, you hear it? I've showed you guys this so many times. When we were here 4 months ago, we stayed at a private resort. And this was all day, every day. I was running to show you the seaplane landing and pulling up to Lux. There it goes. Just took off. Yep. So it dropped off the passengers already to this private island that we see in the distance. The boat has already returned. The speedboat has already returned to the island. And the passengers are getting ready to enjoy their vacation. Have a good night, Yolanda. Thank you for joining as usual. So look at this, like really cool stuff they have here, guys. So yes, guys, back to what we were saying. Like you don't, as Americans, we don't have to be overwhelmed or overconsumed about, oh, I want to travel to this foreign country, but man, I don't know if they speak English and I'm going to feel like so isolated. It's not that way. I promise you. I promise you, it's not that way. It is all, it's all a perception. It's what you think it is because you've never been there. You don't have, you don't have the proper information about that place. But trust me, English is the most widely spoken language in the world. And I would never be able to tell you that if I didn't travel to all these countries. So rest assured when I tell you that. And there are other things also that Americans have as hangups when it comes to traveling. And I've spoken about this many times in the live stream. Travel times, for example. Americans don't like to travel long on an airplane. I've mentioned this many, many times. If there's just 3 things that I feel if Americans get over mentally, you'd be traveling way more to other places. And that's really what's stopping you. And you don't even realize it. It's micro, but it's major in your mind because you don't act on it. Because you might think, oh, I want to go to, I don't know, I want to go to Cambodia. It seems like an interesting country, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I wouldn't go there because I'm sure they don't speak English. And then that's it. That thought comes in and out of your mind that quickly. Cambodia is amazing. I learned so much when I was in Cambodia. Vietnam. I never thought I would love Vietnam as much as I have. I even told Irina that. My wife and I have been to Vietnam 3 times. That's how much we love it. 3 times we have been to Vietnam. The cultural experience there is nothing short of amazing. Nothing short of amazing. It does take a little bit of getting used to because in all honesty, and again, we're very honest with what we say, there is a culture shock in Vietnam. That is one place where we had a culture shock. So if anyone was to ever ask us a question like, what country have you been to where it's like things were just so different? Vietnam instantly would come to mind. But you get over it literally within days of being there. You realize, yo, it's a norm here. But it's super, super cool. Another place that's on our bucket list big time is Japan. Japan will be a culture shock for us. I want to go to some place. I told Irina, I want to go somewhere where no one speaks English. I have not been to a country yet where no one speaks English. That's how difficult it is to find a place. And I think Japan would be the closest place to that. Because Japan doesn't really try to convert and say, okay, we need to learn the American language so we can function, we can sell, we could do this and we could do that. It's not like that in Japan. In Japan, you get on the trains, it's like you go to restaurants, it's all Japanese menu you're gonna see. There's no English, they don't do no conversion. You have to learn their language. And for me, that will be fascinating to be a part of a country that they don't speak English. Again, I have not witnessed it as yet in all the places we've been. Spider, we speak broken English. Yeah, a lot of people speak broken. I mean, if you look at the Bahamas, it's all broken English. The Caribbean, it's all broken English. You know, they have their dialect and it's English, but you could communicate well with them and you could understand them super clearly, like no problem at all. That's why I tell you, rest assured, don't worry about traveling if the English language is such a concern for you. It shouldn't be. It really shouldn't. Yes, they speak Creole, correct. And being a Belizean in the Caribbean, we speak Creole as well. But when you say Creole, there's different types of Creole. Like, for example, a lot of people say like patois, right? So patois is like when you talk Haitian, Haitians speak patois, right? But Belizeans, we speak Creole, but there's also other people that speak Creole, but it sounds different. So there's different like varieties of Creole. There's different versions of patois. Look how pottery this sand is. It's crazy. Look at this. Look at that. So nice. So I'm back to Plumeria. Morning. Hi, how are you? So we have some, there we go. We have some Russian girls here on the island. Again, they know. I'll tell you this and I'll keep telling you this. You guys come to my live stream, you're going to hear me repeat a lot of things, but I also stress a lot of things. The difference that separate anyone you see on this island that is a tourist from you sitting behind your phone right now watching this live stream, the only thing that separates them from you and myself and my wife from you is that we know and you don't. It has nothing to do with money because it's affordable. And I could strongly say that and stand behind it because I know as Americans how we travel. I know as Americans what our budget is when we have families and we're traveling to Disney and we're traveling to Hawaii. We lived in Hawaii for 3 years in Waikiki, the most expensive place you could probably live, you know, as someone who's coming over. Of course, there are way more expensive places in Hawaii, you know, as far as the location, but Waikiki is the central, is the capital. And I know how much Americans spend their money. And this, my friends, you can afford. If you could afford Bahamas, if you could afford Hawaii, if you could afford Miami, California, any places like that, you can afford this. And this would be cheaper than those places I just mentioned. Believe it or not. And if you follow our page and you follow our live streams, I will prove it to you time and time again. Again, I don't have to lie about anything. I don't have to sugarcoat anything. We have receipts. We show you prices. We take you in these rooms. We show you what the rooms look like. Hey, Mess, how are you? Good morning. Yes, there is French Creole as well. So now I'm back to this area. For those of you who missed this when I first came here, I started the live stream here. I'm now back here. So it's nighttime for you guys now. I still always have to calculate that. This morning for you guys, it was nighttime for me. There were hundreds of sharks here. Massive, massive, massive sharks here. Do you see how shallow this is? If I stepped into that water, it would be maybe a foot over my ankle. That's how shallow this water is. Hundreds of sharks lined up. You see how this is a curve? You see the Carton Creek slab, how it curves? There were sharks lined up right there, waiting, hundreds of them. And it goes deep all the way back. You see sharks out there. They were waiting for the feeding because here at this hotel, Plumeria, as we can see, I'll show you in a little bit. I'll take you over to the breakfast area and show you what the breakfast looks like here. The breakfast area is to the right where I'm showing you. And then to the left is the kitchen where all the food is prepared. Now here in the Maldives, fish is major. Fish is king. We are in the ocean. We are literally in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Hundreds of islands, thousands of islands. There's actually 1,200 islands here in the Maldives. So what happens is when they catch the fresh fish and they bring it here, the chef, you know, cooks it up. All the guts and the head and the tail of the fish gets put inside of a giant barrel. In the evening time, The sharks know this. They know this. The chef will come down this ramp with that giant bucket of fish scraps, and they are here waiting for it. If you do not believe me, you can do one of two things. You can head over to our YouTube channel, watch this morning's live stream. So for us, it was nighttime. For you, it was morning. Watch that live stream. The cover, you have to click on the live tab. The cover, you'll see the sharks lined up. I made that the cover for the video. You have to go to the live tab because there's a video tab and there's a live tab. And then there's a shorts tab. It's in the live tab because if you just go to our YouTube channel, Living the Globe, you would just see our latest video I put out yesterday. You won't see the sharks, but you have to click on the live tab on the top and you will see that is the latest video we put out. Now this video, when I'm done with it, this will be the latest video. So you have to go back one video. But if you go now, you'll see that as the latest video. Someone said, Carbrug said, I saw it. It was amazing. It is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Standing right here on a dock, not having to pay a dime and watch hundreds of look, there's a black tip shark right here coming up, guys. Look, black tip shark. I don't know if you could see it. It blends in very well with the water. Look, it's floating by. You can only really see the black tip moving. Look right between the corals. I'm moving parallel to it. Please tell me you guys see it. You guys see it? It's tiny. It's about a foot. Again, I've showed you guys this many times here in the Maldives. I've never seen a baby shark before till I've come to the Maldives. And never again have I ever seen a baby shark. Look at that. Can you guys see it? Tell me you see it. And now it's going to go into the reflection of the sun. It's moving over to the right. So there's a part coming up where it's all sandy because this is really rocky. Let's see if we can see it better if it stays close enough. Let's see what you guys are saying here on TikTok. Yes, I see it. So they see it on TikTok. Okay, now it's getting sandy. You're going to see it. You're going to see it a little bit better now. Here it goes, but it's going away from me. Yeah, there it is. It's in it. It almost looks like the color of the sand. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, you're here and you get to see stuff like this. But that's what the Maldives is all about. And that's what I'm here to show you. Morning, morning. How are you? What you will find out here in the Maldives, a lot of put it this way, most people speak English. The ones that are older, because remember, we're on a local island. This is their home. The residents, the locals that are older, and when I say older, I want to say maybe they're in their, I don't know, they're in their 60s, 70s, 80s. They're really not going to speak that much English, little to none. But if you speak to anybody else in the age group of 50 and below, they will speak proper English to you. Here in the Maldives. Look at that massive fish. Whoa. Wow, that's a big boy. How much are the fishing charters? Wow, it really depends. They have big game fishing out here. You could do tuna fishing. We are actually going to take you guys on a fishing trip with us. When we get to Mafushi, we're taking a sunset fishing trip. They basically take you from the island about 15 minutes out into the ocean and you fish. You can catch white snapper, red snapper, a yellow snapper, barracuda, kingfish, reef fish, jackfish. Super easy too. And we'll show you. We're going to go live and we're going to take you guys on that trip. I'll try to make an announcement on our TikTok in our page saying that we are going to do this tour. That way you get a heads up and hopefully you could watch it. But again, if you miss any of our live streams, you can always go to our YouTube channel, Living the Globe, and you can look at the archive in the live tab. You have to go to the live tab to see the live stream, to see a video like this where I'm walking you around, showing you and telling you different things. Because some people say, oh, I went to I didn't see the video you were talking about. It's because they didn't go to the live tab, but when they did, then they saw it. And again, I say it all the time, Maldives is so special because how many times have you been on vacation? When was the last time you can stand on shore like this, look out just like 5 feet and see hundreds of sharks? When have you ever done that? That's an experience. When have you ever just walked on the side of the beach and you see a baby shark swimming next to you? A baby shark. When was the last time you even seen a baby shark? Like, I didn't even know baby sharks exist, which is a stupid thing to say because, again, we know sharks grow, right? And they get big. So how did they get big? They had to be a baby. Well, here you see baby black tip sharks strolling along the beach, just like you are walking along the beach. I've showed you guys that many times. I'm just walking along the beach, live streaming. And I'm like, look, guys, baby sharks. And you'll see like 2, 3 of them. You get that here in the Maldives. Like, everything is an experience. And when you're spending your money, you want to get the most out of it. You want to get the best experience possible. And for some people, just seeing a baby shark that makes their whole vacation. That's all they talk about when they get back home. Oh my God, I was walking on the beach and I saw a baby shark. That was their whole vacation. So literally, it's like that. Look at a school of fishes right there. It's hard to tell here because, again, the glare from the water. So I apologize for that. Thank you so much for doing this. It is my dream to go there for years. Listen, girl, we got you covered. And I called you girl, and I'm not sure. I didn't even see your handle, but I thought you were someone else that had the same thing. Let me make sure and correct myself. Oh, Fire Captain. Yes, Fire Captain. I apologize. Yes, we got you. And again, guys, I don't know if I mentioned it in this live stream. My wife and I are here. We're creating a travel guide for you guys. We are telling you all the islands you should visit, why you should visit it. We're giving you all the information you need, so you don't have to take our advice for it. We just make suggestions, but we give you all the information. When I say all the information, I'm talking about hotels. And someone had asked me, they purchased our travel guide a few days ago, and they were like, why is it that your travel guide is on your website? Why didn't you do a PDF? And the simple short answer to that is because, oh, look at this, guys. Look, a nurse shark. Look, he's coming right up to the shore. Oh man, you guys probably can't see it. Oh no, that's a black tip. Whoa, that's a black tip. Look how shallow he is. Oh, and another black, what? There's 2 black tips there. One is going away from us. One is coming right towards us. Wait a minute. Come on, come this way. It's right there in the shadows. I don't know if you guys can see it. Man. So you don't see black tips too much. You do see black tip baby sharks often, but the bigger black tip sharks, you really don't see them too much, like off the beach or anything like that. When we went swimming with sharks, with the nurse sharks, a few black tips came around, but not that many. Yeah, he's just floating around out there. So yeah, guys, we're creating this travel guides, and we're showing the reason we have it on our website is because of the simple fact we have a lot of video. Our travel guide is video driven. So we show you what the rooms look like inside the room. We take you on video tours the same way I'm doing right now. I will take you on a tour inside the lobby of the hotel. If they have a roof deck, I take you to the roof deck. If they have a restaurant, I walk you through their restaurant. There are different types of room. I walk you through it. I give you all the information about the room. I tell you what the bed feels like. I tell you what the Wi-Fi speed is. So it's packed with information. We tell you how to travel for as little as like $1.60 to get from island to island. $1.60, my friends, to get from one island to the next. Like, we can save you so much money. My wife calculated it. Over $800 we can save you. And on top of that, we're working with these local hotels. We're working with these local dive shops and different things where they have given us what's called like an agent rate, right? So as they're treating us as if we're travel agents, and we're not travel agents. We're just putting the information, we're getting the information for you, we're packaging it, and then we're putting it on our website so you can purchase it. That's what we're doing. So we're not helping you book the reservations. We don't do what travel agents do. But if you need more information and you say, hey, I purchased your travel guide, I have a question, I have a family, and I have, additional questions, you can reach out to us because we have an app on our website where you can reach out to us. You can FaceTime us no matter where we are in the world, and you just set it up. And you can get additional help from us. I always wanted to go to the Maldives. Well, follow our page, pretty. Follow our page. You're gonna learn, and I guarantee, so far, I think we've already convinced many people like, yo, I had no idea Maldives was this expensive till I saw the live stream. Like, I had no idea. Look at the black tip shark. It's coming my way. You guys are gonna see it right now. You guys see it? I'm sure you could see it now. That one is about I want to say it's probably like a 3 or 4 footer. There's two of them. You guys see it? Please tell me you see it. They're swimming away now, both of them. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I think breakfast buffet is now open. I'm gonna take you guys in there. Oh my god, I'm sweating. Okay, I'm gonna take you guys inside the breakfast buffet area now, and I'm gonna show you the spread. Again, unfortunately, I won't be able to lift any of the things because both hands are occupied right now. Is breakfast open? We open at 7:30. At 7:30. It is now 7:25. I just want to show them what the thing is. Thank you. Okay, so now the restaurant is not open as yet. So in the next 5 minutes, the buffet opens. Look at this, my friends. Look at the dining here. They always have fresh flowers on the table. Look at this. These are not fake. These are fresh flowers. Is it pricey here? No, it's not. Follow our page. I'm going to show you. I'm going to walk into hotels. Hello, good morning. I'm going to show you just how inexpensive it is. I've said it before, as low as like $30 a night you could spend, including breakfast. And I know it's hard to believe. And I know you're probably going to be like, yo, I know a little bit about the Maldives. There's no way you can get a hotel for $30 a night, including breakfast. That's BS. Trust me, I have receipts, my friends. I will be walking you many times during our live streams. Again, we're going to 30 different islands in over 3 months here in the Maldives. How do you think I'm able to afford the Maldives for 3 months? Who do you ever know? I challenge anyone right now. Who do you know personally that you're like, yeah, they go to the Maldives all the time. They spend 3 months out there. Says no one. Says no one. The only way, I mean, not unless you're like Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg that has billions of dollars that you could afford to just spend a whole year out here in luxury, but that's not reality. So my wife and I, when I tell you the only thing that separates me and you is because I have the information. That's why I can be 3 months in the Maldives on a budget. That's why our travel guide is called Maldives on a Budget Travel Guide. You can do the same. If you have 3 months of your life where you can not do anything, maybe you're retired, come to the Maldives and enjoy. And you can live like a king. You can live like a king. We love it. And now we prefer local islands over private. You see, many people have come here and they've done local and they've done private. Okay, so let me take you on a tour of the buffet, my friends. So as you can see here, you have different types of orange juice. You have detox water. You have a mixture of juice. You have orange juice and you have water. So that's the way the buffet starts. Moving along, they haven't put anything out here as yet. But again, during lunch, breakfast, and dinner, you can come here and the choices and the varieties are just insane. So here you have your cereal. Over here, you have rice porridge. You have oats. Here you have all different types of sauces. Now, cheeses. You have cheese. You have salad. All the salad items. Look at that. And you don't, if you have a special a diet that you're on, maybe you're lactose intolerant, or maybe you're vegan, vegetarian, plant-based, they got you covered. Hungarian sweet lagoons. I've never heard of that, but I'm going to try that because it says Hungarian and I've never been to Hungary. So I'm going to try that. You have brownies, you have cakes. Look at these donuts. They're glistening. You have powdered donuts, chocolate cake, carrot cake, banana cake, muffins, cookies, brioche bread, croissants, toast, mixed fruit jam, honey, marmalade, strawberry jam, pineapple jam. Guys, here's your toaster. This is not a game. This is not a game. I'm coming with receipts. You have steamed rice here. Now you might notice some of the things you see is like steamed rice. Why would they have steamed rice for breakfast? Remember, guys, Many people from all over the world come here, including Asians. You'd be surprised. For breakfast, Asians eat rice and a lot of other cultures as well. So let's not get it twisted. It's not only continental breakfast that people eat. So you have dal curry, again, you have Indians that come here. This is a breakfast item for them. You have kidney beans, sauteed mushrooms. Look at that. This is cool that I don't have to open the containers because they have a glass. Morning. You have hash browns. So again, for all my Americans, you already know. For all my Americans, you already know. Here's your baked beans. Here's your beef bacon. Here's your chicken sausage. Over here, you have the egg corner. So this gentleman right here will prepare your eggs the way you want it. So he has two pots, as you can see. Any way you want your eggs, he'll prepare it. And of course, you have the bacon bits, mushrooms, onions, peppers, tuna. So he will make your egg exactly the way you want it. If you just want boiled eggs, not a problem. They got you covered. You get your boiled eggs. Over here at this station, my man is making crepes. Look at that. So this is the crepe guy here. He makes your crepes. You have what is this, tempered onion, which is like a fried onion, I believe, and coconut sambal. What is coconut sambal? Yeah, that one. What is that? It's from India. Uh huh. Onions. Oh, okay, so it's basically coconut mixed with a bunch of different nice. So again, he's making. What, what is this? Ah, so it's like what, like crepe? Wow, look at that. That's insane. And then they fill it with different things. Oh, now you put an egg inside of it. So it's like you're making a pancake in a bowl, and you put a raw egg in it, then the egg begins to cook. This is interesting. I never had this before. And then you steam it. Really nice. Over here, moving on. This is waffles. So you make waffles. What's this right here? Coconut roti. Oh, so they make the roti with coconut. I'm going to have some of that today. So here you have the mixed fruit jam, pineapple jam, marmalade, strawberry chocolate, and syrup. Look at that. Really nice. You want waffles? They got waffles for you. So you have roti here. You have roshi. Here is mashuni. So remember I was talking to you guys about the local breakfast here in the Maldives? This is a local thing in the Maldives. It's called mashuni. The way mashuni is made, it's grated coconut. You see how fine it's grated? It's grated coconut with red onions, lime juice, curry leaf, right? Curry leaf. Do you guys use curry leaf in the masuni? And tuna, correct. Lime. Maldivian chili. Nice. Oh, this is so good, guys. And you eat it with the roshi. So the roshi is this one, the one here in the back. That's the roshi. So the roshi is like a thin flour tortilla. It's like thin in form of a shape of a crepe as far as the thickness, but it's flour based. So it's like I always say it's like a very, very thin tortilla. That's the best way to describe roshi, so you guys could understand. But again, this right here, this is what Irina and I have been eating since we've been in the Maldives. We don't even really eat continental breakfast anymore, in all honesty. So you have your coffee cups here, you have your tea, your hot milk, your coffee, and yeah. And then look at this again, so beautiful the way they put fresh flowers on every table. It is so, so beautiful. Lots of choices, yes, making me hungry. So again, you see people are now arriving. It's now 7:30, so now it's breakfast time. So people are arriving, and now they're getting ready to eat and start their day, because a lot of times these people, they get up early, they have excursions they go on, they go swimming with sharks and stingrays and manta rays and all different type of rays. So yeah, that's a thing. You got to get up early, get your breakfast. And the way the general manager, oh, here he goes. Now they put out. So they put out bananas. They have bananas, they have watermelon, and they have papaya. The papaya looks really good. I love the papaya when it tastes like it's almost like it has this perfumey taste to it. It's so good. It's so, so good. So yeah, guys, that's the breakfast buffet, and lunch and dinner is just crazy too. We're gonna be streaming live during dinner time. So if you want to see what the dinner buffet looks like, definitely make sure you follow our page, and we're going to show you what that looks like. We're going to be walking you around and showing you what that looks like. Our room, as I mentioned earlier in this live stream when I first started it, um, our room is actually right here. That's our room there on the second floor. How is the coffee? So here, I'm not sure if they use Lavazza coffee. We haven't had coffee yet. I don't think Irina has had coffee yet. Irina is a big time coffee drinker. Um, so she's going to give us the verdict on that today, and I'll get back to you on that, Vegas, because we always talk about the coffee. When the coffee is really good on these islands, we'll tell you the coffee is just amazing. If you're a coffee drinker, you're going to love it. I think I see a stingray. I think I see a stingray coming. Let's see. No, that's not a stingray. I thought that black dot in the water right there was a stingray, but it's not. But that's how common it is to see things here. Let me kind of put this down here 1 second. But again, as you can see, as it's getting clearer and clearer, the water, you can see just how beautiful it is. Let me put this like this. Got to pan down so you guys can see. So now I'm sitting down. I'm at a table outside, one of the tables you can have breakfast. And now I'm reading your comments. So if you had any questions that I might have overlooked or I did not address, now would be a good time to do it. I'm here to answer the question. I'm in the shade. I can see my phone. Hey, Mandy, how are you? Thank you for joining. And I can more address your questions now that I'm not walking around and talking and my phone getting blown out by the sun. I'm a coffee lover too. It is the it's a must have for me. Yeah, a lot of people are like that. A lot of people are like that. And when they go on vacation, that's something that they really look forward to. And I can imagine how tough it would be when you go on vacation and you're getting crappy coffee or you get no coffee at all. So yeah, that's definitely a thing for a lot of people. What island are we looking at? So that island over there that we're looking at, that is a private island. It is, if I'm not mistaken, it's called what's the island? I want to say Cinnamon. It's called Cinnamon Resort. That is a private island. I'm going to cross check that because we're surrounded by little islands and sometimes I get confused depending on the direction I'm looking. But I think it's called Cinnamon Island, and that is a private island. We just saw the seaplane land. We saw them take the passengers off and bring them to the hotel. And then we saw the seaplane take off just about 10 minutes ago. Please try coconut roshi with mashuni. We have. So you know what's crazy? We the last island we were on, the hotel manager, he was just like, he loves making roshi. I mean, he loves making mashuni. He brought to the table. I think Irene is gonna put it in our on our TikTok feed. He made us 5 different types of mashuni. I tried them all. We loved them all. They even made it out of pumpkin. He brought the pumpkin one to us. But I am going to try the coconut one right here, too, that we just saw, for sure. Hello, Kath. How are you? Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Hey, Kath. Are you just coming in? Did I just notice that you're just joining us, or were you here? Kath has been a long-time supporter of our live streams, always in our live streams and supporting us. Thank you so much. Yes, just coming in. Yeah, you missed a lot. We took you for a walk alongside the beach on this island. We're on a new island, by the way. We are in Thinadhoo now. It's spelled Thinadhoo. Thinadhoo. Just been busy. Yeah, I understand. Life happens. Definitely. But again, if you want to see the live stream, I suggest you guys go to our YouTube channel and watch the live stream from early this morning. It was insane. I'm telling you, over 200 sharks, massive sharks that we saw. No way. You said a young lad stole a speedboat from Cinnamon Island? Really? From that island we're looking at and went to Male? What is mashuni? Rossi, mashuni is basically a Maldivian breakfast dish that consists of 2 major things, which is finely grated coconut and tuna. So you mix those together, you add lime, you add slicely diced red onion, and you add like curry leaf or Maldivian chili in it. And that is the breakfast. And you eat it with roshi. And again, roshi is kind of like, think of a crepe, think thin like a crepe, but think floury like a tortilla. And that's how you eat it. And it is so delicious. We've showed you many times on our live stream, Irina and I eating it and trying different ones. Now, what we did notice so far, now that we've been here so many times to the Maldives, is that not all roshi is created equal. I think based on how the person prefers their mashuni, that's how they make it. So, for example, we've had mashuni that's very strong with the lime taste, which means they squeeze more lime in the mashuni, and it has more of a sour taste to it. Some people like more coconut than tuna, so there would be more coconut in the mashuni than tuna, then which makes the mashuni a little drier because it's more coconut, right? Tuna is what really moistens it a lot. Some people like more tuna than coconut because they feel they get more value out of the mashuni with the tuna, and they love tuna. So they'll make their mashuni with less coconut, more tuna. So again, we've noticed that everywhere we eat the mashuni, it's been different. But I have to say, so far, the best mashuni we've had has been on the island we just came from, and from Whale Shark Beach Hotel in Digura, on Digura Island. Those have been the best mashuni we've had. Being a captain, a fire captain, a pandemic, a wife is a nurse. What kind of medical aid do they have on the islands? Great question. Great question. So, for example, I'm going to speak on this island that I'm on right now, and then I could speak on the other island. On this island, again, I mentioned we're staying at the Plumera Beach Hotel. Plumera owns about 1/3 of this island. Their hotels are spread out. So they have different hotels. There's the beachside hotel. There's one more on the inside. The spa is towards inside of the island. The gym is on the inner side of the island. So they have about 1/3 of this island. And basically what they told us here is that, for example, because there's an orientation when you come to this island. I've never seen an orientation on a local island before, but we had a 7 p.m. orientation last night, and the general manager was the one speaking, and he basically said along the line of what you're talking about, you have to pace yourself when you come to the Maldives. The Maldives is located near the equator. The sun hits you differently here than it does anywhere else in the world, my friends. You have to be careful. I know some of you like, oh, I love just laying out on the beach for hours. You will get cooked here. Literally, you will get cooked. He addressed that in the comment, and he said, if you happen to get a severe sunburn while you're here, we have facilities that can treat you. So they have different creams they can put on you. They always suggest before it gets to that point, just understand the difference in the sun here. It is different. I can walk by this beach here within the next maybe hour or two, and you will see no one out there. It's too hot. It's literally too hot to be out on the beach. Of course, you could be in the water, and of course, there are people who do it. We notice a lot of Russians. And in contrary to what many of you might believe about Russians, you might think, oh, you live in the cold weather, you love the cold. What Russian have you seen that doesn't love the cold? It doesn't work that way, my friends. Russians leave Russia when it's cold. They are looking for this. What you're seeing right now, this is what they're looking for. That is why the demographic in the Maldives has so many Russians, because they know they could travel on a budget here to the Maldives. They could leave their cold country and come here and be on the beach tanning in the sun. So yeah, don't get it twisted. But on other islands, to continue your question, Fire Captain, all islands, they do have a clinic. They do have a pharmacy on it. At the very least, you're going to have a clinic with a doctor there and probably a nurse or something like that. So small things, they can fix it. If you happen to break an ankle, break a limb, or maybe get a laceration that needs stitching, Some of these clinics can administer stitching for you. But if it's anything really serious, they have to get you on a speedboat and they have to take you to Male. From here, Male is probably about, I'd want to say, maybe an hour away, 40 minutes away in a speedboat. So they're going to get you to the capital of the Maldives where they have massive hospitals there and they can take care of anything. Yes, and if it is serious and you're on a private island, they will get you on a plane. Again, it's either going to be a plane or a speedboat, and they're going to get you to a hospital. Can you show us around the island? Yes, Karen. I actually was just walking along the beach. I showed you guys so many things. Right now, I'm just kind of sitting down, catching my breath, and also catching up with your comments because when I'm walking, it's really hard for me to see your comments because I'm in the sun, and the sun washes out the screen completely. So I'm just giving a moment here for you guys to ask some questions on what you already saw. Yes, they are regional hospitals. That's a good point too. There are regional hospitals in each atoll. So for example, when we went to Rasdu, that island actually has a hospital there, which is really cool because that is the kind of like, so every atoll has like an island that is like the capital of that atoll, to put it in terms. And normally on that specific island, they will have more facilities for you than the rest of the island in the atoll. You're so welcome. Maldives have air ambulances now. Uh-huh. Did not know that. Thank you for that. I did not know that. I've seen their ambulance speedboats. That I've seen. So it's kind of like an air vac, which is really cool. I'm surprised they don't have helicopters for serious. That's what he just actually said. They do have air vacs now. So again, if anything serious was to happen to you out here in the middle of the Indian Ocean, don't worry about it. They got you covered. So now I'm seeing more and more people coming out. They're waking up. They're having breakfast. I just showed you guys what the buffet here looks like. It is incredible. So much. Different choices of food here. And again, guys, our main goal, our main objective is to bring the local islands of the Maldives to you, to show you the affordability, the beauty, the culture. Some people come to the Maldives and they go to a private island. They're like, yeah, I went to the Maldives. You didn't get culture. You didn't get culture. Because sometimes not even Maldivians work on these private islands. You have to come to a local island. And if you're here in the Maldives for like 2 weeks, like don't spend 2 weeks on one island. Don't even spend a week on one island. You need to move around because every island is different in their own way. You can see spectacular things on these local islands and you don't have to pay for it. You don't have, that's a beautiful thing. Like things that technically, when you go to other places, when you're in the US and you go vacationing, these are things, oh, you want to see nurse sharks? You're going to have to pay for it. You want to see stingrays? You have to pay for it. You want to see mantas? You have to go out and pay for it. It's right here. Literally, you could be walking right on the beach. Irene and I have seen mantas. Mantas are huge, my peoples. They're massive. And we've seen them walking on the beach. Right off the beach, we've seen mantas. So for you, that would be like equivalent of walking on the beach and seeing a whale. It's that type of like a awe type of thing. Like, wow, I'm on the beach and I just saw a whale swim by. It's that type of thing. So again, you don't have to be spending so much money. And again, times will change, guys. Let's not kid ourselves, right? I'm showing you this. We're in 2024. Fast forward 5 years from now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell you I'm on a local island and you can find a hotel for $30. I don't know if that's going to be the same thing. But for now it is, because things change all the time. These islands are developing. They're building hotels left and right. And the more developed it gets, the more tourism comes, the more prices go up. Every year prices go up. We know this. This is a fact. Prices will go up. So there's no better time to travel than today. Pack your bags and leave. Yes, Vegas, island hopping. That's the way to go. Don't put off travel, my friends. The longer you put off travel, the more things changes, and it's not the same. Obviously, it'll be a new experience for you, so you won't even know what it was like if you spoke to somebody. You ever spoken to somebody and you're like, "Oh, I just came back from Thailand," and they were like, "Oh, how'd you enjoy it?" And you're like, "Oh, it was great. It was so cheap." They were like, "Yeah," and they'll be like, "Oh, I remember when I was in Thailand 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 8 years ago. I remember this costing this much," and you're like, "Wait a minute, that's not how much it cost me." I mean, it was still cheap, but that's not how much it cost me. So things change. Things change. Yes, catch you on the next live stream, Vegas. Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by. I would live in a shack and be able to stay there full time. Yeah. Yeah. Like the local vibes. I look at these local people and man, so the last island we were on was Fully Do. It's basically about a half an hour away from here via speedboat. That island so far, I have to say, is one of our favorite. Fully Do, I walked around that entire island barefooted. I've never done that on any other islands. And I don't know how you would interpret that, but it just has fine powdery sand throughout the island. Our next videos that we're putting out on YouTube, my friends, you won't believe the things you see and that we're going to show you. When it comes to swimming with nurse sharks, Irina and I took video of us with our toes in the water, sitting on the sand that you're seeing right now on the beach. Stingrays came right up to our feet. We had about 15 stingrays, massive stingrays surrounding us in the water. Like literally, you can pet them. That's how close they come, they bump into you. They literally bump right into you. It is so incredible. And we did not have to pay a dime for it. We didn't have to go out looking for them. They came to us. That's what's so amazing about the Maldives. But you have to know which islands to go to get these types of experiences. This island right now, again, it's called Thinadhoo. It is spelled Thinadhoo. So any islands that end with do in the Maldives usually is spelled Dhoo, not just Doo or just Do. It's Dh. So it's like the H is silent. So it'd be like do, but it's just do. Really awesome. Really awesome. I love the culture here. The local Maldivians, they're amazing people. They're friendly. Let me tell you, if you hear anyone ever tell you that the Maldivian people are a little standoffish, they don't smile, they don't know the Maldivian people. They might have had a bad experience, or maybe they had an experience and they interpret it wrong. And you're hearing this from someone who have been in the Maldives already 3 times, and for some people I know even 3 times is a small amount, because you have people who come here every year to vacation. So absolutely beautiful. They speak English. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. My island name is different. It's called Minu. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Different islands are so different in so many different ways. It's so awesome. It's a brand new experience when we touch down our feet on another local island. It's not just like, oh, it's another local island. It's just another, same. It's not the same. It's different. The vibes are so different. And I've never experienced anything like this. Because people be like, oh, you went to so many different islands. Aren't they all the same? No, 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 no. As a matter of fact, I'll break it down to you like this, my friends. So the local language spoken by the Maldivians is called Devehi. So Devehi is their language that you hear them speak. This blew my mind when I heard about this. So for example, you guys see that island we're looking at over there in the distance? Let's just assume that was a local island. It is a private island. Let's just assume it was a local island. And I'm here on this island looking over at that island. So you see how close I am to that island. Do you guys realize that over there on that local island, they could speak a different type of Devehi than I do on this island? And we are this close to each other. It could even come to the point where I don't understand what it is that they're saying. They're speaking Devehi, but I don't understand their dialect of Devehi because I speak it differently here. That blew my mind. I was like, how? How is that possible? That is insane to me. But that's how fascinating this place is. And I've heard that from many different locals. They were like, yeah, like that island over there, they speak a different Devehi than we do. I don't understand what they speak, or I understand just a few words. Some of them will say that. It's wild. It's wild. But again, the more you're here, the longer you're here, the more you like I speak to locals a lot. Like I'll just sit down and I'll talk to a local for like hours. And I'm a very curious person by nature. So that makes me ask a gazillion questions. Like I bombard them with questions whenever I speak to them. You know? Hey Vicky, how are you? We're in the Maldives on a local island. Yes, it's called Thinadhoo. That's how it's spelled. Thinadhoo. It is a local island. It's absolutely beautiful. I just took you guys for a walk. I showed you just how amazing. Inside right now, they're serving breakfast. I showed you what the buffet looks like. Incredible. So many choices. And that's just breakfast. So you could imagine lunch and dinner. Ah, yeah. So today, my wife and I, we have a lot to do. We have to do a walking tour of this entire island. We're going to walk you around every square inch of this island and talking to you and telling you different facts about the islands and show you different things. That will be on our YouTube channel. That's going up on our YouTube channel. We're filming for that. Then I'm going to walk the Bikini Beach area and I'm going to show you what that looks like. That's also going to be a part of our YouTube video. Then I have to fly the drone. So I have to fly the drone around the entire island. I'm going to circle this island with the drone. And I'm also going to be taking like beach drone shots and stuff like that so you could see it from different angles. Again, that's all YouTube stuff. And of course, we're going to be going around taking videos throughout the island and stuff like that. And then we'll come back live again. It'll be morning time for you. It'll be evening time for you. But when you come in on the next live streams, get ready to see something that's going to blow your mind. I guarantee it. You're going to see a shark feeding that you've never seen before. It is the most incredible thing I ever witnessed last night. I've never seen anything like it. If you want a preview of what it looks like, head over to our YouTube channel because we were live streaming yesterday. Click on the live tab of Living the Globe and you will see the first video there. And you will see the cover photo is sharks, hundreds of sharks. I speak some English and spoke to a Cuban in Spanish, but I know little. Yeah, a lot of what's in the water. That black thing you're seeing there, it's just a rock. It's just a rock. But it's interesting that you, yes, the dark color. Yes, it's interesting you asked that question because I just showed you guys two black tip sharks just now in the shallows right here. I also showed you guys a baby shark. It was only like maybe a foot or two in length. What else did I show you while I was just out here live streaming? I think I thought I saw a stingray, but it wasn't a stingray. But tonight in the live stream, so tonight for me, it'll be morning for you. So you guys, it's nighttime for you in the US. You guys are getting ready to go to bed. When you wake up in the morning, I will be live streaming like at 7 a.m. for you guys, for most of you, because it's on the East Coast and then obviously West Coast is even earlier. But I'll be live streaming then and I'll be showing you the shark feeding. So again, if traveling to the Maldives on a budget interests you, I suggest you follow our page here on TikTok. How early did you wake up in the morning and did you have breakfast? Han, I haven't had breakfast. Breakfast is being served right now. It is now almost 8 o'clock. It is 7:58 for us in the morning here. I usually wake up at 5 in the morning. So my routine has always been that way for life. I will wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, no matter what country I'm in. I wake up, I get some editing done, I get some work done. That's when I'm the most focused. My wife, Irina, she's usually sleeping. She usually wakes up now that she's in the Maldives. She'll wake up like at 8 o'clock because breakfast is served around that time. So she's probably going to be up any second and she's going to jump in a live stream. So I know she's awake. And then we'll come out and we'll start, doing live streaming. I live stream for maybe an hour or two. Right now, I've been live streaming for the past 1 hour and 44 minutes. So it's just under 2 hours that I've been live streaming. So again, right now I just have the camera fixated on that island out there. It's called Cinnamon Island. It is a private island because I've been walking around for the past hour and 40 minutes, or probably like hour to 20 minutes. And I decided now to just have a seat, relax a little bit under this hut and answer your questions, because while I'm walking around and showing you the island, I can't really see my phone because the sun just blocks out the phone. So I can't see the phone to answer your questions. There's someone made a comment yesterday. They said there's more sharks in that water from last night. There's more sharks in the water than there is tourists on this island. It's crazy. Fully do. The last island we were on, it took me 36 minutes to walk around the entire island. 36 minutes it took to walk around the entire island. There's 500 locals that live on that island. 500 locals that lived on that island. That's how small that island was. So these islands are just so amazing. Priscilla said, "Oh, what island?" I just saw the comment. What airport do you come to? Thank you so much for answering the question. Yes, it's Villana International Airport. Are all the sharks the same, being nurse sharks? They're not all the same. You get different varieties of sharks here in the Maldives. Some people, they go out when you go to like further south of the Maldives, you'll find tiger sharks. A lot of people go swimming with tiger sharks, hammerhead sharks. You have bull sharks here. Nurse sharks is the most popular, and nurse sharks is the most safest to swim with. They're like puppies. But you do have to be careful with nurse sharks because nurse sharks do have teeth. They have very, very small teeth, and their teeth, their mouth is located below their head. So it's not your typical shark that you see them open their mouths and you can see all their teeth. Their teeth is located at the bottom. They're mostly crustacean feeders. They feed on crabs in the ocean and shell stuff. That's how they eat, right? So their mouth is located underneath. What happens is any type of injuries that happens with nurse sharks, here is how it happens. If they're feeding the sharks, if you go on a trip here on an excursion with a company and they are feeding tuna or fish scraps to the sharks, what they would normally do is throw the fish scraps on one side of the boat. They will tell you to exit the boat on the opposite end. Then they will tell you to swim around and stay on the outside of the sharks. Do not go in the center where they are feeding the sharks. It becomes very dangerous at that point. Because what happens is with these sharks, when it's feeding time, when they realize they're being fed, it's like it's a simple switch in their mind that just switches, that says, "Oh, it's feeding time. It's time for me to eat." Which means most things in the water I'm looking for is food, right? So now here you come in the water. Number one, a lot of people that are not comfortable in the water, they're splashing a lot. That will always attract the attention of a shark. Splashing is the worst thing you can do when you are around sharks. It draws their attention towards you. So if you don't want a shark to be coming around you, just stay relaxed and just chill. And it will come around, it'll look around you, but it'll eventually go away. When you splash, it's like, "Oh, you're a wounded fish. Interesting." Right? So it starts paying more attention to you. So what happens is with these nurse sharks is that, like I said, they're in a feeding mode, right? It's literally like a switch. They turn on, it's like, "Oh, feeding time." If you are around, you're splashing, your hands are on the outside of your body, your fingers are exposed. If you happen to be in the area where the sharks are feeding and your fingers are outside of your body, they can possibly bite your fingers because they can't tell the difference that your finger is not food. Because remember, they're in feeding mode now. So what happens most of the time with tourists, they get nicked. They won't bite your finger off or anything like that. They don't want us. They don't like our blood. They don't like our taste. Most people that we have told that this had happened to, the shark takes a bite or a nibble or a nip. They realize, "Oh no, this is not scraps. This is not fish scraps." They let go immediately. So what happens at the worst part is that you might need stitching. You might need to get a couple stitching because, again, their teeth are very small. They're not big teeth, they're very small teeth. So that is the type of things, of incidents that happen with nurse sharks. If you follow the rules, you will have an amazing experience. My wife and I now have done swimming with nurse sharks about 4 to 5 times already. And it's just they come right up to you. It can be intimidating at times, but if you just relax, you keep your hand, if you're snorkeling, you keep your hand behind your back. So there's no way they can get to your fingers. They can mistake your fingers for food. Or you keep them close to like your vest or to your body or tucked into your body. You will have no issues whatsoever. Again, they're not trying to eat us. We are not food for them. Most of the incidents that happen with nurse sharks is an accident. It's people who are not educated enough to know how to conduct themselves when you're in the underworld of a shark. What island do I go? What island do you go as far as like what are you looking for? So that is the probably most generic question you can ask when it comes to the Maldives. Again, the Maldives is comprised of over 1,200 islands. 200 of them are inhabitable. Um, we are creating a travel guide to the places most people travel to, and we answer most of your questions that you might have. As far as we always ask people, oh, what island do I go to? Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to be on a beach by yourself with hardly anyone around it within eyesight? Is that your relaxing vacation that you're looking for? We could tell you what islands to go to. If you want to be in the thick of things, if you're like, nah, I want to be around tourists, I want to be around like nightlife and the center of everything, we tell you go to Mafushi for that. So you really need to know, what is it that you want out of your vacation. Is your bucket list to swim with a whale shark? They are amazing. We've done it a couple times. It is incredible. If that's on your bucket list, we'll tell you what island to go to, because you could choose the wrong island. For example, if you chose Mafushi because you like the fact that the island is busy, it's very lively, there's nightly entertainment, you want to get that experience, but you also want whale sharks, they're going to take you. Mafushi tours will take you to the whale shark, but just know you're going to travel 2 hours by speedboat to get to the area where the whale sharks are. Then when you get there, it's not guaranteed that you're going to see them. So number one, you just possibly wasted money on the trip, whatever it costs for them to take you to whale shark. Sometimes it's about $85, sometimes it's $120. It depends. We'll show you prices. You don't have to worry about that. Then you wasted 2 hours to get there. Then you wasted about maybe 2 hours looking for the whale shark. Remember, you're in the middle of the ocean. Nothing is guaranteed. Then you got to waste 2 hours coming back. So basically, you wasted your entire day looking for whale sharks, possibly could not find it. And now you're back on the island you started, and you're down and you're out 80, 60, $100 because you paid for this whale shark tour. There are better ways to go about things when you're here in the Maldives. Our recommendation always, and again, we have this all in the travel guide. If you want to see the whale shark, go to an island like Digura. Digura is where all the whale sharks hang out, in that area. Now you're literally just 40 minutes away, a half an hour away from possibly spotting a whale shark. And if you couldn't find it on that first day, you try again another day. But the chances are much higher for you, because now you're only about a half an hour to 40 minutes away from possibly seeing them. Oh, look, guys, look, a black tip shark. Look, 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 look. Look, right on the beach. Remember, I told you, you don't have to go far to see things. Do you guys see the black tip shark? You guys see it? It's right in front of that big rock. It's coming more towards the shore. There's two of them. There's a baby shark and there's a black tip shark. They're coming facing each other right there. Do you guys see that? A baby black tip and a normal sized black tip shark. Right here, as I'm standing, right on the beach. I'm literally on the beach standing. And look, I can see a black tip shark right there. And the baby shark is right over here. Look. Baby shark. This is all the time here in the Maldives, my friends, all the time. And I will show you this many, many times in the 3 months that we are here. It's not the first time I'm gonna show you one. It's not the first time you're gonna see one that's a little bit further away. I'll show you them up close. And I'll be right on the beach. Here's a seaplane landing. So this seaplane that you're about to see is probably going to Cinnamon, which is the island, this private island that we're looking at ahead. So I'm not sure if you guys could see it. It should come into frame shortly. Let me see. But you'll hear the engine of the plane. I would have to zoom in on it for you to see it. As far as kids on local island, listen, I've spoken to kids on local islands. They they speak better English than I do. I am not exaggerating. I'm not kidding. Their English is so proper that I'm like, how? Like they learn really, really good English. Okay, here's the seaplane. It's closer now. You see it landing? Here's the approach. You guys should be able to see it on YouTube and on Facebook. You see how it's on its downward approach? Here it is. It's going to land, and then you're going to see a boat come over. See, there it is. It's landing. It's going to come right into frame. I'm going to tell you when it touches down, so you'll be able to see the white splash. There it is. 3, 2, 1. It just splashed down in the water. Oh wow! It went right between the island. I thought that was one island. I didn't know that there was. I did not know there was a waterway between that island. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Now I get it. This all makes sense to me now. Okay, guys. Okay, so you guys are looking at what looks to be like one island that's like one end of the island has a lot of trees and the other end is a little flatter. Yes? Well, what that is, it's basically two islands we're looking at. The one that looks like it's all trees on the left-hand side, that is actually an island. No one lives there. No, I think the general manager said one person lives on that island. One person lives on that island. But you notice the plane vanished right behind the trees. That's because there's a waterway and Cinnamon is behind that island, but it appears to be one island. So Cinnamon Resort is behind that island that we're looking at. Really cool. So what time is it now? It is 8:12. I don't see Irina in the live chat, which means she probably still is sleeping. Now I need to kick in and I need to go upstairs and wake her up because it's breakfast time. Breakfast is, I think, until 9 or 9:30. So basically, we have about 40 minutes to have breakfast. I do see the general manager walking around also. Yeah, guys. So again, I hope you enjoyed this live stream, especially you guys over here on TikTok. If you're new to this page, to our page, consider following. We're going to take you. This is our 5th island out of 30. We're taking you to over 30 islands in the next 3 months. We live stream every day, twice a day, for the most part. Sometimes we only live stream once. Sometimes we're so swamped with excursions and things that we're doing that we don't have enough time to live stream. But if it is, we tell you, so you'll know. But again, just know we normally typically do sunrise and sunsets live streams. This is our 5th island. If you want to see the other islands we've been on, they're just as beautiful. I showed you some amazing things on those islands. Head over to our YouTube channel, go to the live tab, and you will see all the different islands we've been on, the other 4 islands. This is our 5th island. We're leaving this island day after tomorrow, and we're heading to the next island. That island, I'm going to show you where it is because you can see it from this island. That's how close they are. It's going to be probably like a 10-minute speedboat ride to that island. That's how close they are. That's going to be our next island. So again, guys on TikTok, if you are watching this live stream, we have so much to show you. We have so much to teach you, to inform you about, and ultimately to let you know that you can afford the Maldives. Don't let anyone tell you you cannot afford the Maldives, because we are going to not only tell you you can afford the Maldives, but we are going to show you you can afford the Maldives. The proof is in the pudding. We have the receipts. Make sure you follow our page. We guarantee you will have the Maldives on your bucket list. I see the black tip shark again coming in our direction. So pretty. and right here in the shallows. So beautiful. All right, guys. With that, I will let you go. Thank you guys for joining this live stream. Thank you, Kath, again for your cooperation and your support throughout our live stream. You've been pretty much everything that we've been saying that's important. You've been reposting it and repeating it to others who are joining the live stream. So I really appreciate your support in that regard, and also with your gifts. I greatly appreciate it. Um, and again, we will see you guys in the next one. It is 11:15 in Florida. Yeah, here it's 8:15. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we will see you guys this evening. Thank you again for you guys on YouTube and Facebook that are watching. Remember, when you guys come back on the live stream, if you happen to wake up early in the morning, when I say early, 6, 7 o'clock, if you're the type of person that wake up early, watch a live stream. We're going to show you some amazing shark feeding. We're going to show you our amazing dinner that we're going to have. The buffet is just incredible, and we're going to be walking you around this island. It's going to be sunset. It's going to be incredible. And this shark just keeps going back and forth, back and forth. Look at it. You guys can probably see it here. Yeah, it's just swimming back and back. I like the baby sharks. The baby sharks are so awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you again. Make sure you visit livingtheglobe.net if you want to see our travel guide and what our travel guide looks like in the different islands we have and what it contains, because you can snoop around, you can click on different things and see what it has. So just so you're kind of informed on what is it that we're doing. And when I speak here live, it'll more make sense to you. Things will make sense. So I invite you to head over to our website, livingtheglobe.net, and check it out and see what the travel guide is all about. Thank you for your time. I love you. Stay safe. And we will see you in the next one.